searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you. 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 I'm still from dirt to the sky. I'm still searching for you.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You disgust me.
Who gives a shit?
Go on.
I made it the fuck up.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. It's glorious. And I run. Just for fun, 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 just for fun. Just for fun, just for fun, just for fun.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Just for fun, 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 just for fun.
Oh, we're starting us off with a little bit of a controversial thing. But oh, by the way, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. But Silverlock says Faderhead sounds a lot like the Cruise Shadows, and I'm like, I have a few Cruise Shadows albums, and I mean, sort of vaguely, kinda, but I don't know. Faderhead really, he's kind of been messing with his sound a lot lately. So he just he gets ideas and his sound kind of changes all the time. So, I don't know if I would say that, but
Don't you know the chat is never wrong?
oh, is that what that's supposed to be? I'm just supposed to like sycophantically just agree with anything the chat says?
No, you stick to your guns and let them keep telling you you're wrong. And maybe they'll pay you. Maybe they'll pay you money to convince you otherwise.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No wonder I never get paid. Damn.
You gotta smoke.
The United States is the no-smoking nation. No smoking, no drinking, no drugs, no women. Unless, of course, you're married. No guns, no foul language, no red meat.
Land of the free.
Well, okay. Okay, in all fairness, you've only heard this one song on my channel. Okay. You need to get out there and get some Faderhead. Get up on Bandcamp. All his stuff is there. You can preview all of it first and listen to it, see what you think, and download what you like. He's a pretty good guy, honestly. Jonathan Frost says, I agree with everything said on this show without question. I, for one, welcome our geek overlords. Well, thank you, Jonathan. But you shouldn't agree with us unquestionably because we're wrong, too, sometimes. Savo! Our lovely artist, Savo. All right. So, I'm going to open us up with some Kyle because he kind of sets the tone for this week. There's a lot of stuff that he says that we can already jump right on top of. So what I'll try to do is we'll try to go through it little bit by bit and see what we agree with and what we don't. Shall we?
Let's.
All right. This is from Kyael's channel, and as I've said before, Kyael is a much bigger YouTuber than me. Much, 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 much bigger. But I will still put props out to him because he's good, he's entertaining, and what I love best about him is his little raps that he does at the beginning of his shows that kind of give you kind of like the bullet points for the week.
Anti-Semitism and extremist violent rhetoric. Senator Mark Warner objective out here to suck a dick.
Okay, so the Mark Warner thing, that's something I'm going to talk about here tonight. I didn't know about this Jeff Keighley begging gamers to help trademark the Game Awards.
Do you not know about that?
No, do tell me.
Okay. So Jeff Keighley runs the Game Awards, and in the last couple months or so, Stuttering Craig has been talking about trying to create an alternative that he was calling the Real Game Awards.
What?
Because Jeff Keighley's, the Mountain Dew Dorito Pope is always off, basically pushing whatever the corporate press want to encourage and want to prop up. That's why The Last of Us 2 got all the awards it did, and it was just like they were inventing awards just to give that game more. But it's bought and paid for show that it really just exists to push whatever the big games are.
Huh. And so they're paid shills.
Absolutely. It's like the one day of the year that Jeff Keighley comes out to actually do something, work-wise. And, well, now he's getting into a little competition, so he's trying to turn around and trademark the Game Awards because, Stuttering Craig over here on YouTube is off doing his own thing and trying to create the alternative.
Well, let's continue.
Keighley gotta beg you to help him go steal a trademark. I told you not to touch it. Catch a fist from Arthur Ardbar. Games make money, censorship, cartel, men straight in association with the ADL.
Yeah, the ADL, that's part of the whole Senator douchebag thingy. We'll get into that.
Well, I mean, there's actually more going on with the ADL as well, because that gets into the Twitch situation.
Ooh, well, I know that's something that you want to talk about too, so we will talk about that, but let's get through the video.
Pull a string on the yarmulke to hear the catchphrase, queer but you don't pass loud so you catch strays. Advertisers pull their shekels out of Twitch, bitch, Visa, MasterCard.
Now, I didn't hear about this. Dojinshi manga anime chain announces moratorium on Visa, MasterCard credit payments. What are they going to start taking? Melon books? You can't pay with credit card. So it's the credit cards that are stopping it, or no? It says they've decided to suspend the use. Why is that?
Basically, the major credit card companies are trying to encroach their qualities, their terms, their standards upon to the manga shops. These distributors.
So once again, it's big money bankers trying to control us by telling us what we can and cannot spend our hard-earned money on with their credit cards.
Pretty much.
Wow. Land of the free, home of the brave, ain't it?
Ain't the modern day great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it didn't take us long to turn into a dystopia, did it?
Make Veroni manga stitch itch ADL.
Oh God, yeah. This is part of that whole Steam Senator thing. But so right there too, you can also see the wonderful job that they did on 2B, arguably one of the most absolutely beautiful feminine characters ever developed for a video game. And she looks like John Cena in a dress. For Call of Duty. I can't see you because I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Glow in the dark, dudes in lipstick. What they do, he brew a potion out of sucked brisk dicks. Pronouns evaporate from.
I don't get into politics stuff, but I don't know why that made news that she took that off, but okay.
AOC biography, majority voting for normalcy, my country tis a thee. Dumpster Zegler, open mouth to ooze grease, hope people who just...
Yeah, the whole Rachel Zegler apology tour because Snow White is coming and they're trying to rein her in, and she just kind of keeps putting stuff out there that just, infuriates everybody, which pretty much guarantees that her movie is going to tank harder than an anvil in the ocean.
Look, she's turning herself into box office poison, and it's only a matter of time here because we're going to see what's going to happen because this movie has had so much negative publicity put upon it, and so much is all caused by Rachel Zegler. The dwarf thing notwithstanding, because there's also that going on, but she's gone and actively said things to infuriate people. Remember, she's the one who took the opportunity to make it about the Israel-Palestine situation, considering one of her co-stars is an Israeli who was part of the
defense forces.
Spent time in the IDF.
Yeah, because it's compulsory, she's just, I hope she can get work after all this, because I wouldn't hire her if I was doing a movie. Just having her on your marquee is kind of like guaranteed death at the box office for people who are sick of her crap. And, I don't know how many times I've said this in the past, but I think it's worth reiterating. I think we all feel the same way, but wouldn't you like to go back to a time when celebrities kept their mouths shut, when they just did their little fundraisers and smiled and, said all the nice things on camera, and then they went back to their little private lives and did whatever closeted, messed up shit that they were gonna, and nobody heard anything about it until the scandals broke.
That's the curse of everything being connected. You see everything.
Yes. Oh, what's this? Sydney Sweeney's quote about that the feminine support movement in Hollywood is all yeah, it probably is. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Anyway.
Degree never know a moment of peace. Woke exodus cause pedo migration. Pay somehow worse than cremation.
Yeah, I figured you were probably in on top of that one.
Oh yeah, like half those Pepes are posted by me, by the way.
Yeah, you're a total Pepe guy.
No, that's just the tattoos in my butt.
Oh, okay. You and the frog doing things.
Oh yeah.
And Square Enix abuse copyright for shame.
Yeah, how about that? Let me jump back to that. Square Enix accused of abusing copyright law to silence fan criticism. Wow.
What do we get then?
Yeah, so basically, and they're not the only ones too, by the way. Your favorite guys at Wizards of the Coast are also forcing applicants to sign a surviving non-disparagement clause to join official Magic the Gathering Commander Rules Committee. It limits what I can say about them forever, even if the contract ends.
And the most unfortunate thing is, it was a holy shit! Sorry, I'm getting a text message. It's the thing is, Commander was a fan-made format that basically WotC took over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But this is your wheelhouse here, so.
Sorry, like I said, I just had a text coming in. Honestly, I've just been so checked out of Magic. I really don't know much about what's going on except like there's a set coming out with Final Fantasy.
I heard there's one with Street Fighter coming out, but
Oh, they just did some Ghostbusters cards.
everyone did Ghostbusters stuff. You know, it's like I went to the store the other day and I was looking at energy drinks, and like there's a whole bunch of cans of Ghostbuster tie-in stuff from what's the name of that company? OxyShred.
I've literally never heard of that before.
Well, I just so happened to have a can. Here, I'll show you.
This looks like something you would buy at Spencer's.
It does, but no, that's a real energy drink. You can buy OxyShred. There's like several different versions. There's like Ecto, and don't get Ecto. For God's sakes, don't get Ecto. Ecto tastes like you licked the Ecto 1's tires after it ran over a ghost. It's horrible.
Oh,
but they've got Big Apple. That one tastes pretty good.
Speaking of Ecto, did you happen to hear about the new Hasbro crowdfunding campaign?
No, I have not. But we'll touch on it in a sec. But I just want to point out, yeah, it's 180 milligrams of caffeine, 0 jitters, 0 crash. Hey, OxyShred, if you're looking for some sponsorship stuff, my channel's open. Just saying. Enjoy it while you can, because RFK might be getting rid of it. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's all of a sudden all these people got into power, and now it's like they're trying to shut everything down and stop it and everything else. Nobody can have fun anymore. Well, no. The guy's a big health. The guy's, I don't want to say he's a health nut, but he's really big on his health and fitness, which is kind of unfortunate because like he has a good message and I like what he says, but he should not be the spokesperson. Like you hear RFK talk and it's like it sounds like I should do the opposite of what you say. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's finish out.
Enix abuse copyright for shame. Dragon Age actually.
Don't you have this game?
I do. This is Belatro, and it got nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, and it beat out. Oh no! Did it die on me?
Square Enix abuse copyright for shame. Dragon Age actually worse than a card game.
There you go. Dragon Age worse than a card game. And that was from our friend KL, who I wish he would come on this channel. I mean, or invite me to his. I don't care which, but it would be cool.
Well, I mean, that was sort of the speed run of all the insanity that happened this week. But I guess which one? We got a couple things we can start with. And if you don't mind, I got two little short things I wanted to show off just because.
Do it.
Okay. So, since we would talk about Hasbro, and because they're sort of right in our wheelhouse, Hasbro is in the process of liquidating everything Power Rangers, which includes all the sets, all the costumes, everything that was from there. And so they are currently auctioning off a lot of the old merchandise, the old stuff they were used for the show. Mm-hmm. And these are currently the top 8 or the top 12 items that have sold for the most.
Christ, 87,000
for the giant, like, all the heroes come together to fire the cannon. And then the second one here is the miniature they use to, or the model they use to like do some of like the stop motion transformation sequences for the show, for the giant like spaceship.
Well, actually, that really doesn't surprise me because you remember Paramount had the Star Trek auction?
Oh yeah,
way back in the day, and they made a ton of money too on that thing. So these, Hollywood auctions make a lot of money. They really do. I mean, you got to be ridiculously rich to buy into that stuff, but
then you look at what's that number 3?
What's that? The Green
Ranger costume. Jason David Franks.
He's the one who self-deleted, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
So the fact that his is like up there, it's no surprise at all. He was the heart and soul of the franchise. He was the most beloved character. He's the guy who I think fans were the most passionate to go out and meet every time he went to a convention. And
isn't it sad?
In fact, I guess when they were opening up these auctions, they even had a moment of silence for him, which is touching, but also feels a little wrong. There's like kind of a morbid taint to it.
Yeah. Here we are gathered, to sell all this stuff and make a profit, but we're going to honor this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
I get you.
And there's his dagger as well, so 23,000 for that. And
the dagger flute thing.
Mm-hmm. 18,000, 20,000, 20,000 for the Red Ranger suit.
The Kruger animatronic head and costumes. Well, I mean, let's be serious now. As nerds, as geeks, if we had the kind of money to go and blow on this kind of stuff to put in our house, we would. We absolutely would. If I had $1 million just burning a hole in my pocket, and I was a huge fan of Power Rangers, and they were auctioning this stuff off, I'd probably just, with $1 million you can blow, yeah, why not? I'm just keeping it real. But
speaking of things that are extraordinary money, and Hasbro, we had our little fun making fun of the Cantina set that they were crowdfunding.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Hasbro pulses back with another one, but this time we're going Ghostbusters.
Oh, figures, an Ectomobile, huh?
Actually, there's two of them.
Well, I know they had the Transformers Ectomobile, so
you can basically get the Ghostbusters 1 or the Ghostbusters 2 version.
I'm a classic guy, so I'd get the first one. Well, the second one really does look good, though. And you get some figures with it. Yeah, it's about right. The Librarian Ghost and Slimer and the Proton Pack Gurney.
Yep. I guess actually the difference is like you can swap out the roof with the more expensive, like the $400 Ecto one, so you can make either version.
Huh. I heard that in the G.I. Joe line, they're doing the Dragonfly now, and they have a new pilot on it. Some woman.
Let me see if I can track this down.
Okay, you can, because I came across it today. But in the meantime, so yeah, apparently U.S. Senator Mark Warner, a week after an ADL report accused Steam of normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community, the senator has warned Gabe Newell they sent him a strongly worded letter of more intense scrutiny from the government if Valve doesn't take action against extremist content. Yes.
And that's such a kick in the dick. It's now there can be no escape from anything.
No, I mean not if they manage to hold Valve's feet to the fire. I mean, Gabe Newell's worth, I don't know, $10 billion. So, he could probably just, tell these guys, to go eat his shorts and put salt on them. But yeah, apparently they're going to try to utilize the power of the government to limit the stuff on Steam. And as somebody who is pretty well invested in Steam, I mean, I don't know how much stuff I've actually bought for Gabe, but I've spent a lot of money on Steam over the years.
He's probably bought at least one knife for his collection.
I'm sure I've bought at least one car for him with all the stuff I've picked up.
And speaking of the ADL, which is very relevant to this, we have the ADL has been crazy with gaming as of late, and a lot of it I think has to do with just the fact of the way politics and the election played out.
You know, I was gonna say that too. I think the fact is that their person did not win. They're angry about it, so they're gonna try to lash out and hurt those people they think are responsible for that loss as much as possible. So of course gamers are squarely in their sights. So that means you and I and anybody else who, you know, happened to have a brain in their head and didn't want to necessarily go with the herd on anything. I don't know.
And I mean, we're now starting to see them kind of taking more direct look at Twitch because they've frankly gone so far that it cannot be ignored over there now.
Yeah, didn't you say like Hassan Piker is basically now responsible for all the idiocy going on over there?
So Twitch moderation has been fairly permissive for quite a while now of all the stuff going on over at Twitch.
Yeah, I
mean,
remember the nudity stuff.
Well, a lot of this sort of came to a head with the Asmongold banning. And what we saw was he had said something about, you know, Middle East stuff, and I'm not going to get into what exactly he said there, but it ultimately led to like him getting banned for like a week or two. And the thing is, the uneven, unfair moderation had finally gotten to a point where people started taking notice of it, and well, it's now starting to get called out even by the ADL. They've turned a blind eye for a long time, but it got too far. You had people talking about making like a 9/11 cake, and they were going to recreate 9/11. And I mean, I mentioned Hassan, and he's sort of the poster child of all the controversy for just everything that guy has done on the platform. Like the fact that, you know, there's all this stuff about like America deserve, you know, him saying America deserve 9/11, and him like talk about Dan Crenshaw's eye getting, you know, that. He outright was playing like government, or you know, he was playing propaganda from a U.S. government designated terrorist group. He was playing their propaganda without any sort of criticism, and trying to say, "Oh no, it's just a music group," and he's let so much stuff fly. He's gone and just brought on like what was it, Houthi pirates.
Okay, so what you're basically trying to say is he did everything that he possibly could to push the limits until somebody finally did take notice and slapped his pee-pee, and now he is suffering the consequences of his action, and everybody else is too, right?
Yeah, so what's happened? What we're seeing now is a massive adpocalypse over on Twitch as more and more of the advertisers have started to pull back. At a time, I would also point out that they're starting to come back to Twitter, to X, and you're seeing some people's, you know, ad rates are getting cut like 95%. Or some,
you know,
and then you also had one of these Phase Club, one of those pro gamer groups, was complaining like his ad rate went from like $10,000 a day to $2,000 a day.
God, wouldn't you like to make $2,000 a day?
Oh no. Yes, but he sounded pretty indignant about it. Like he basically compared it to like saying, I just go make, if I want to make that much a day, I'd go be a mailman," he says.
Wow. Does he live in reality?
No. These people are worth millions of dollars because they play video games successfully.
God, I wish I was like about 30 years younger.
But anyway, this is sort of the state of the world today.
You know, I thought the girls in you know, some of these big companies like Xbox and all these other things like that, who are, you know, in tech jobs and showing you footage of you know, getting their free high-end lunch and their, you know, special coffees and using all the company exercise equipment and doodads and everything else, and only doing like 2 hours of work a day. and driving these really super duper expensive cars. I thought that was really bad, but apparently there's a whole nother level. I mean, what is it, dude? It's like you and I are working stiffs who are barely getting by, making, crap wages and working our asses off for it. And then you got this whole group of people who basically are just, doing almost nothing for work and reaping all sorts of benefits and rewards for it. I mean, man, there's just no justice in this world, is there?
No, life isn't fair, and that's just sort of what we're seeing out of it. This is just kind of an article that was kind of lightly touching on it, and this is from like 2 weeks ago, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, to kind of show how the ball's been rolling on this. Chitoris sounding alarm about an explosion of Jew hatred on the online stream platform, and I will point out that it's gotten to the point that I think they even added a rule to the Twitch terms of service about talk about Zionism, because it's been used in such a way to talk about the politics, push into all that Middle Eastern stuff over there. And don't worry, T-shirt. I'm not weighing in on any of that, because my policy has been I am ill-equipped to weigh in on that.
Well, same here. Despite the fact that I am of Jewish descent, I actually have Jewish lineage, so and this is traceable by blood, DNA. Still doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to give you my opinions on how all that's shaken out, and because I'm not a politics channel. I'm not, and this isn't politics as far as I'm concerned. We're looking at an idiot who flew too close to the sun, got his ass burned, and in the process he's burning everybody else with him. And it is in entertainment, which is something that we do follow on this channel.
And basically, this story has gotten so bad that Twitch is having to, step in and actually do some things, make some changes. I think they had to make some kind of, backside of the website changes to it that have caused this to now lead to having to put in some 18 plus restrictions around politics. Which sucks, because hey, if you just want to get on there, you want to play Resident Evil 1 from the PS1 days, you're being punished for these assholes that are having to go and push a hardcore divert politics. And the thing is, this is all they're doing. These guys like him, he is frankly a cancer on the website that's hurting everyone else. Yeah, he brings a lot of money, but he is making all the problems happen.
I wish we had Raltz. I wish Raltz were not still in the hospital. He is looking better, by the way, guys. He's looking 100% better than he ever has. So I'm thinking that he's well on his way to a speedy recovery at this point. Probably within the next few days, I'm betting he will get out. But I wish we had Raltz for this particular episode, because I want to hear that crusty old military man just get in there and just chew on this and speak his mind on it, because I know Tim would have some really interesting things to say about it.
Just to sort of end this chapter of this part of the story here, read this last line for me.
No.
If the
No.
bedsheet enthusiast are those mustache German,
those
Germans,
those Germans from way back in the day,
were a social media platform, it would be Twitch.
Yeah,
right. Which has now led to, like I said, this adpocalypse. And then we jump over here. This is from a couple days ago. So, content creators like Kaysen, Stable, Ronaldo, Quinn69, others have gone viral after sharing their experience, with some noting they have little to no control over the situation. They've dubbed it the Twitch adpocalypse, or I'm calling it the Twitch apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Down 95%. It's good. Mind you, he sounded super indignant when he said this because like Clownfish TV, I think covered this like last night or so.
Well, he says, I averaged $100 to $200 a day in ad revenue, right? 5 days a week. You're talking about $607 a week, $2,800 a month. $3,000 a month, that is livable wages. So
I'm averaging $15 fucking dollars in ad revenue. I'm disabling ads. I can't disable all ads. Nobody can. They'll automatically run. I'm going to stop fucking anything I have because I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to this on my platform. I have nothing to do with it. I'm sitting here in my own little corner.
Well, I'm averaging 3 pennies on an ad. So, what can I say? Cry me a river, baby.
Oh God.
I'd like to have your problems.
Let's hear the rich and the rich guy cry about this.
Oh sure.
There we go.
We're so well set up on this channel.
Yeah.
My ad revenue went from $10,000 plus at some points per day to now like $2,000 a day.
Oh.
So from someone who was making upwards of 5 figures a day, now only making $2,000 a day off ad revenue, something's wrong. Something's going on where my ad revenue is not correct and it's not what it should be. If I want to make $2,000 a day, I'll go be a fucking mailman. Okay? So Twitch, it's my ad revenue and put it back to normal. I'm not going to be streaming on the platform. I don't care. I don't do this for fun. I don't do this. This is my job. I do this to make a living. My ad revenue.
That was the end of the clip.
Yeah. Okay.
And unfortunately, it'll probably mean guys like him are gonna like come over to. Well, they'll probably go to Kick because Kick has like a 95.5% split. And they'll probably start trying to stream on Twitch or on Twitter, and you'll see them coming to YouTube. So you're going to see all the cesspool and
nice melons.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's much better.
This is courtesy of our friend Savo, who does these comics for X, by the way. But yeah, this is one of hers, and it's hilarious. This is from Fiffle to Twit, or Fifle to Twit. You can find him up on X, and her up on X, and she's funny. So yeah, check her stuff out. Also, I'd really love to be in one of her games sometime. I bet it's hilarious. Anyway,
but all right. Well, enough of that rant. Just kind of bring you up to date on what's going on in the wider world.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Children crying about stuff, and here I am just struggling to get by, and I can't bring myself to shed a tear for them. I don't know why. Why is that? It's like, it's like a millionaire telling me that he can't afford, the finest quality caviar anymore. He's going to have to get like the 5th best caviar. I guess if you're in that situation where you expect that level of income all the time and you get used to it and you budget around it and then all of a sudden it gets curtailed, I could see, yeah, that's problematic and why that would give you fits. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, for the kind of work that they're doing and the kind of money that they're making, that's still a very respectable amount of money. You could still get by with that. I mean, as long as you can pay your bills and, live pretty well, then that's really all you need.
And I mean, you sort of did touch on it there, right? Because like you get accustomed to a certain income, and it's going to completely change the way you live. Your buying habits are going to be different. Just everything you do with your life is going to be at a different perspective. You're going to do it from a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
If you've always got, no matter what, like $10,000 in the bank, you're going to live differently than if you have 10.
Right. I guess I haven't had that privilege yet. So
there, I would say from the outside, obviously I'm not up there because we would have a much higher production budget if I had that kind of money.
Yeah, same here.
I imagine that it does change you to go from having that sort of wealth, having that success, having that privilege to losing it is going to mess with you.
It will, I'm sure. And on some level, I can understand that with them. But at the same time, there's a part of me, there's a little cynical, hateful part of me that just goes, I'll never be that successful. So,
well, but maybe you'll you can have a dragonfly.
Oh, can I get a dragonfly? Did they already make those? Yeah. 200. That's way too much money. It's so cool though.
Would you like to see what all it came with?
Sure.
Because we got to twist the knife.
That was my favorite toy back when I got it. I mean, it didn't do all the cool stuff that it does now, but it was my favorite toy back when I got it. I played with it and played with it and played with it, and I love the dragonfly so much.
The display even lights up.
Oh.
It's got little running lights. And the thing is...
Did the missiles come out of the missile pods?
I don't think those do, but...
Working rotor blades? Yeah, the old one had that too. You could just click the button on the side and they would twist.
It does come with Wild Bill, by the way.
Oh, it does come with Wild Bill. Okay, I thought it came with a girl too. I saw some girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those things where if they
scroll down.
There we go. Let's get past all this stuff. There you go. There's Ripcord.
Does Ripcord come with it?
Yes.
Which is dumb, because you're not going to parachute out of a helicopter. It's a good way to die.
There's Glenda.
Where?
That's a terrible name, by the way. Glenda. That's a terrible code name.
Jane Mulligan. Glenda. I mean, why? Classified. Oh, Crazy Legs. I liked him.
And this is one of those things they did where as more people signed up for these, you would get additional items. And by the way, right there, there's Wild Bill.
Oh, I like that salsa on the side. I like that.
We've got to play the G.I. Joe RPG.
We did. Well, Grim ran it for us. You weren't there.
No, I was there for one of the games.
Okay. I was there for one of them too.
What I'm saying is we need to do a longer campaign of it.
Maybe so.
Oh wait, nope, we're not going to play the.
Don't play the clip. Yeah. Okay.
But as you see, plenty of little things that came with it, and not only that, you can't have a GI Joe toy without having a Cobra one.
Oh no! Don't tell me it was the Rattler, right?
It was the Rattler.
I already knew about the Rattler. Of course I wanted one of those. Because everybody wanted one of those. Because it was, everybody's like, it's a Warthog, it's an A-10. Because we all knew what it really was. But, by the way, this came stomping up to my door today. So it is out, guys. It's out. I got this version because it was only like a couple of dollars more. So I just said, I'm still chasing that illusion that one day I will own a 4K player. But it's out. So
you can get one for you probably get one for like $120.
Yeah, well, you got to have $120 first. I mean, I literally had to scrape together some money to pay Anime his normal fee this month. So, but good news is we're still taking tips for Grimm's Christmas present, by the way. So, if anybody wants to throw a little bit of money in there, there's still a little bit of time. I don't think they issue until tomorrow, but anyway. There's all that. I do have the latest update from Ashes Without Number if you want to check it out.
Sure. What have you got for me?
Okay. Let me pull it up. We still got a little bit of.
I gotta stop looking at toys I can't buy.
I know. I pretty much I've hit my limit. I mean, it's like I'm just gonna buy Sergeant Slaughters, and that's about it. I think from here on out, maybe Bats because I like Bats. I like Bats and Sergeant Slaughter, and that's pretty much it. It's gonna be my whole collection now. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you that I have checked at Ollie's in my neighborhood twice.
Yeah.
Since the first time I went. And they actually have not gotten any new G.I. Joe toys.
I'm going to have to make a run out to mine. I want to see if anything's changed since, like, Christmas last year.
Mm-hmm. So this is Kevin Crawford's Ashes Without Number. This is his latest upgrade, or his latest download for his beta. I don't recall what they updated on this one. But it's still coming together pretty well, I think. His Kickstarter is still doing real well. I mean, it's obviously, it's funded. It's easily funded. Well over his funding marks.
I was thinking about this one, about backing this one, and I want to, but the frustrating thing is I'm kind of looking at my shelf and I'm questioning if I need a fourth or a fifth Kevin Crawford RPG that I'm just, not running right now.
Well, that's the thing. With the Kevin Crawford RPGs, they all interlock. So I look at it as you're literally adding... I mean, yes, the books are standalone, but every time you add another Without Number book to your collection... you are also adding more tools to your base game. Because it's like every single Without Number book that he's released has added more stuff that you can throw into your game. Like Cities Without Number brought a whole bunch. It brought like armor defense or armor soaking, which is a big one. It also brought in the new system of building characters with edges and not having actual classes, which appears to be the way that Ashes Without Number is going to go as well. But this all looks really, really, really good. He stopped at page 143. I think it's like a 300-page book when it's all finished. As far as the Kickstarter goes, I'll throw you some numbers. So right now, they're at 215,000 of a 288, or actually 215,000 out of a 40,000 goal with 11 days to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I looked at Cities Without Number, which was his one of his previous ones. That one was also a 40,000 goal, but it made 366,000. 5,825 backers. So far, this one is not doing quite the boom business that one was. But there's still 11 days to go. I just don't know if he's going to get 2,000 more backers in 11 days. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, one of the big saving graces with these campaigns can be sort of the last day or so, because that's when you will see sort of two big bursts of support on these campaigns. It'll be at the very start and at the very end.
That's true. And hopefully I can get Grim his little Christmas present together so he can back it and be one of the 3,000 plus backers already. But yeah, guys, I mean, this thing is guaranteed funded. He's well over his goal. It's another Crawford book. Of course, I'm going to endorse Crawford books just because that's who I am.
And
Church of Crawford.
Drink.
And drink, yes. But if you haven't backed it already, save up a little bit of money, back it, you'll enjoy it. And if you already have Without Number books, you can just add it to your collection and use the rules together with it. And you will be happy. And all will be right with your world. Right. That's about all we've got on the game front. Yes, I do remember. Yes, we do have Shin Megami Tensei. I want to wait until Saturday because I don't think we have a guest on this Saturday. So we'll have Grim. We can kind of pore over the rules all as a group and look it over.
Ooh. But actually, if we don't have anything else, I do have one other book that came in I wanted to show off.
We do have a couple of other things, but yes, go ahead and show me your book.
All right, let me grab it real quick.
Okay. While you're doing that, wanted to show you guys this wonderful clip from Dragon Age: The Veilguard. This is the oh my god! Yeah, this is the game that they were touting was going to break everything, and it ended up being wow. Yeah. So obviously this is somebody's fetish. Being dominated by a very big giant woman. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's. I'm a typical guy.
Sweet talker.
Yeah.
What? Why?
He's eating chips.
I don't know. I've never done this before.
He's eating beans.
He's eating beans.
Love? I'm never calling you that. Ever. Consort? No. We'll figure
This
it out.
dialogue is terrible.
How do I...
You gotta actually explain sex to the other
They
person?
care about their mates. Huh. Sexy growls. Sometimes little bits of fire and love bites. Well, that sounds
Oh, this hurts.
great to me.
I mean,
Do you remember how bad some of the dialogue choices in New Vegas were?
no, because New Vegas was a great game. There weren't a lot of bad dialogue choices, or if
no.
there were bad dialogue choices, it was on purpose.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm either thinking of Fallout 4 or I'm thinking of Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Mass Effect.
Oh, you're probably thinking of Andromeda, because I don't remember Fallout 4 necessarily having a lot of bad dialogue choices either. Although Starfield...
Yeah.
Well, I should say, okay, Starfield has had boring choices. Okay, I mean, I couldn't get enthused with that no matter what I did. And the shipbuilding didn't come fast enough. And oh, look, Gods and Goddesses Redux.
Yep.
What is that?
So this is a 5e adjacent book from Jetpack 7, which has put out
another one.
Yeah, when I was telling you the other day, I was kind of going on a little bit of a 5e spree. I was really looking into a bunch of interesting stuff, and this is a book that sort of breaks that one little cardinal rule people always say about statting gods.
Okay,
Don't
statted gods.
Yes.
Well, it's not the first time. I mean, we had deities and demigods, and even before that, we had the original book that did it.
List
which I can't remember what it was called.
Which we've got about about a
Shango's in there. Thor's. Oh wait, these are avatars. They're not. You're not statting the gods. You're just statting their avatars.
Well, at that point, are we sort of splitting hairs?
Okay. Right. Yeah. Baba Yaga. All the famous ones there, huh? Sarasvati.
Shiva.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised people aren't just screaming about that. You're actually taking real world religions and you're turning them into a game?
Yes. And
everything is gameable.
Yeah, the nice thing is we have some beautiful art for some of these. Here's Athena.
That's not bad. Kind of not what I expected, but
and also just because I don't quite remember if it was part of the actual lore or mythos itself, but we do have a clockwork owl.
Ooh, that wasn't actually part of the lore. That was some Clash of the Titans stuff.
I'm certainly not complaining about it though.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Look, if I'm gonna bring in Athena, then I'm sure as hell adding in a Clockwork Owl. I'm giving
Okay.
Bobo.
You just got a thing for Bubo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. You know, I don't kink shame.
I like boobs.
try
And I
not
like Bubo.
There you go.
So I mean,
I think it's Booba.
So anyway, a lot of these are all set up to be like a CR30. You know,
Yeah.
because you might as well you better have that high. And we're kind of spanning the coast of all the different pantheons. So we have a little bit of everything.
Now, there is one. I'm going to say this. There's one particular reason why you shouldn't stat up the gods in 5e. Can you guess what it is?
Because of how overpowered players are?
Yes. And whether or not they can actually beat the gods in question doesn't matter. It just means that they will try. And then, of course, if they lose, they will get mad at you. Why did you do that? Oh, I'm sorry. Did the consequences of your own actions hurt you?
So, with them, we also have some details about their domains, about some additional spells. If you want to reward players with something from a god, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, if you like that Athena, this is my Athena. I did this one.
Oh, and wait! Look at that. I love the thematically appropriate owl.
There you go. Now, I mean, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I just think mine's better. Just, you know, gonna say that.
But I mean, we do have some oaths here as well, so you can, you know, tie these into the to your player classes as well.
Huh.
The oath of stolen knowledge from Anansi.
Anansi. Everybody likes that god.
Paladins of Anansi are somewhat of a contradiction. On one hand, they serve the god with the fervent devotion of other paladins. On the other, they are often charlatans, cheats, and devious liars. Their
Well,
quest
who doesn't like a cheating paladin?
Alignment, lawful neutral, seek knowledge. In the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. The more occult the knowledge, the better it is to know.
Let's continue.
Channel divinity spells, and you're getting a full little rundown of how to work these deities into a world and how to make them appeal to players.
Huh.
We have Chang'e.
Chernabog! Hey, that's my dude.
What else do we have? The Oath of the Black Knight. And like I said, there's a lot of neat little stuff we can bring into here. Even with some full adventures to be brought in as well. So you have something you can use to just have a little like one-shot adventure involving one of these things if you need something for a night.
And this is not a Kickstarter or anything, right? This is like a on-the-shelf product right now you can go buy?
This was a Kickstarter from a couple of years ago. This has been long since funded.
Okay. So it is out now. And
Yes.
It's on the shelves. Basically what I'm trying to say.
Hey, look, we have our little Clockwork Owl.
Aww.
So we can bring him in. He's even got his own little legendary actions.
He's like a full-fledged person.
No, he thinks he's people.
He thinks he's people.
But yeah,
All right.
this is a fun little book I picked up. I've just started to scratch the surface of this, and that is Gods and Goddesses.
Nice. Well, I think it's pretty cool. If I played 5th edition and stuff, I would probably use it. But you know me, I'm pretty much, you know, so far I'm still running Settlement. It's still Kevin Crawford based. I might be winding down this particular session of it pretty soon, though. I'm looking at my time and my timetables, and some of my players are wanting to gravitate to other things, so So I don't know. That one may be winding down pretty soon. But anyway.
Well, that's something for us to look forward to. Was that the plan for this weekend?
No, I wasn't planning to end it quite yet.
Well,
but I do have players.
I meant, are we planning to play it this weekend?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go ahead and run it this weekend, as I missed last weekend. I had an emergency. And I don't know if Grim is going to be ready with his game or not. So, but we will ask him on Saturday, which is when you can catch us again here on The Week in Geek.
Until then.
Take care, everybody. Have a great week in Geek.
Bye.